Mm-hmm. Now, just for clarification, since we just started the video, now this is not the Prius that you just saw. That was a 3rd gen. This is a 2nd gen.
Yes, this is a 05.
And the one that we had was 010. And we were talking before I started this that this is odd in that I'm still writing the Thanks. I'm still writing the video that you just watched. So this has been shot a couple weeks ago. I forgot that Bill just got a Prius and you just saw one.
You have to go right.
Ah,
Yeah,
welcome to Phoenixville.
Yes, it's let's just say the driving habits are pretty much.
It's a very kind of hip town.
It is. It used to be just a dump in the 80s. Like,
yeah.
It was this whole thing here was a big steel factory, and then
it's a little slice of Portland in Pennsylvania.
Pretty much. Yeah. And it's,
it is hip. It is rich.
Yes.
Oh, this place is rich.
I know.
And tonight I'm going to Iron Hill. I'm gonna get dark beer.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a very good spot around here.
It feels like when I'm driving it, because the dash is so far in front of you, it feels like the steering wheel is lower than it is. Although maybe it is a little bit lower.
That's the thing that struck me with this, that my friend who is 6'4" and used to have a 1990 Mazda Miata, but fit perfectly in it.
As I am writing the narrative of the Prius that you just saw us review, I'm trying to come up with a reason. I'm trying to throw the Prius a bone, is what I'm trying to do. And it's interesting that Bill is with us, because your first car was an E46?
Yes, it was a 2002 BMW 325i that I bought on Craigslist. And 6 days after I bought it,
kaput.
Someone T-boned me at an intersection.
It's a sad story, and we'll just end that story right there. And now it's time to get another car, and instead of going back for another, as we would say, driver's car, you went with the Prius.
Yes.
And explain yourself.
Okay, here's what happened. I know
that's a bad way to say it. And then we'll get into start praising this car.
Yeah, I know.
But okay.
It really. The thing is that I am a community college student. I go to Delco Community College, and so I'm in my car, and then I am basically working about half an hour away as well. So I am literally putting 75 miles on this car a day. Actually, a map here. There's Google Maps in the dash. That's not part of the Prius.
Right. This is something cool that you did. What kind of phone is this?
It's or a tablet.
It's a phablet.
It's
tablet?
a Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. It's a 7-inch version.
So it is just a tablet.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't have
or anything.
But you put a phablet in here to override everything else, and it works with your phone.
Yes, it does. It goes over Wi-Fi hotspot for the internet connection, and literally I can just go and get any kind of music streaming that I want, so I don't have to load everything onto a flash drive or something, or fuss around with the car while I'm driving. And
that's one of the good points of the Prius, because you said everything snaps off. The installation of this was a day? Not even that?
It was, well, I'm an electrical engineer.
Oh, okay.
So I want to get into car electronics for a living, so that's
Well, there you go. Here's proof of concept.
I know. And
the Samsung completely running everything in here.
Yeah.
The Prius in the community of cars is playing the role of the villain perfectly, in a very Alan Watts kind of way. We always need the negative, and we always need the other, which is an argument I made about the Miata NA that you just saw. Bill, don't give that away, because you're hearing secrets.
No, not going to. You got my word.
But 2 days ago, when I was talking about we finally revisited the first generation Mazda Miata, I called it the opposite, because it looked feminine, and which is something the new NC is trying to look masculine, and that's my biggest complaint about it, is that it's acting out of role. But the Prius acts within role so well. You can't have your AW11s, your ZZW30s and SW20s without its contrast. You can't have a Corvette without having something totally gutless. This car acts to contrast the good cars.
It's got decent power if you ask for it.
Right.
It's basically kind of, imagine a more sort of go-kart feeling Corolla.
Right. You do feel the electric engine.
Yes.
And if this was a Ford Festiva from the late 80s, early 90s, I would be singing it loads of praise, even though this car is faster than that. Yes. As a car, I don't want to go to King of Prussia. As a car, as an everyday box in which you will sit especially for someone like you who is in this thing at least an hour a day.
About 2 hours a day.
About 2 hours a day. It's just your portable living room. And that's interesting because it was something that Adam Carolla said, no matter what car you have, it's just it'll eventually become your car. There are people out there who are dailying Miatas. And one of the things that you do if you daily a fun car, the fun car loses a little bit of the novelty. The novelty eventually will go away because this is just something you have to drive. I knew a guy in college who dailied Miata, and the bloom came off the rose in the form of duct tape holding that roof back on. He never put the roof down anymore. It was just his car because it's too much of a pain to put it back up again, and when I do it leaks, or the duct tape doesn't go back together. And you start seeing things with your car will get an ugly steering wheel wrap, or as Carolla said, there'll be Fritos on the floor. Ooh, that blind spot.
I know, that's
God.
the thing. You can see why I have blind spot.
That's why they say Prius drivers are terrible. You can't merge. You just look back.
It's like
all those pillars form together into a tree line that you can't see through.
Yes.
That's why Prius drivers are always merging into things, and that's why you put the little extra thing there. Yep. What happens if I just put my foot down all the way down?
Well, you'd want to go around this guy if you wanted to try that.
No, I'm just gonna stab at it.
Just like if you want to stab at it, well, you'll see what happens.
Okay, all right. We're going highway speeds, second gen Prius. I put my foot all the way down. Nothing.
And then eventually...
Now it starts building speed.
Yeah. And
okay. This makes the same oscillating sound that my Fit does. The I wonder if it's Pennsylvania roads or...
Might be, but it's just kind
I'm thinking the Fit in real life needs wheel bearings. It's making the same oscillating sound that it made a year ago.
This is 10 years old, so it might.
Yeah.
You know, I got it aligned, of course.
Yeah.
Because it was horrendously out of alignment when I first got it. Not terrible to like undrivable proportions.
Right, but you take your hands off the wheel,
and it was like almost going to the other one.
Right. Yeah. How's the oval steering wheel treating you?
You really don't notice it. The reason why it's like that is because it's just the way the dash is shaped. It would just feel too big, and it would get in the way of you seeing the instrument cluster.
They make it lower so you can see right and see that. Right. If you had this thing all the way to the top, it still won't block it.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Echo, which puts everything right here.
Yeah.
I get it. And you can also still one arm it and still see over your knuckles and still see your speed.
It's the greatest car for one-armed drivers. This is Corporate Park, Wegmans, Suburban Central.
Yeah.
And then there's just tract housing after tract housing to go up towards the Easy Pass only ramp.
I got screwed at that. I'm
well,
glad they had. I tried to come into Phoenix one time, into this area, to meet David Patterson, who was doing some work in town, and I had to go all the way to the King of Prussia exit.
Yeah,
because I don't have Easy Pass, which I should freaking get Easy
you can
Pass.
Get it at Wegmans.
Not yeah.
Or Giant, or I think even Acme.
Really?
Yeah, you just go to the service desk and it's like you get one of these Go packs and you activate it online. And you just type in your tag number and everything like that.
All right.
But it's
gonna be doing more driving. Gotta get that Easy Pass.
Yeah, it's worth it. Turn right.
Oh.
And you're gonna be.
I'm acting like a Prius driver.
Yes.
Not telegraphing
and you're
my
gonna get
intentions.
The middle. You're gonna. Yeah, get the middle. Yeah, I know. The roads out here make no sense.
Okay, no one over there.
Yeah.
I'm from out of Go.
Yeah, and then it's you're gonna be in the right-hand lane here.
Get in the right lane?
Yeah.
Why'd you tell me to get in this lane?
I said the center lane.
Oh, you did. I wasn't listening to you.
Know,
okay. That one bit there explained one of the virtues of the CVT Drive. Yeah. For this car will make up in a small portion for someone's lack of preparation, in that oh god, foot down, it'll just go up, hold the revs, and get you out of danger.
Yeah, this is the only CVT car I have ever driven that felt like it wasn't broken.
Yeah, I drove a Juke a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it had a CVT drive, and it had that sport setting that faked a manual.
Yeah, don't even bother with those. It's like the one.
The CVT, it tried to rev.
Yeah.
It tried to rev and give, because there was a tack there. So I guess they felt they had to make it do something. But a real CVT drive would raise to a certain RPM and stay there.
Yeah.
And stay at the sweet spot. But it didn't. It went up. It went down.
Because it's just the computer trying to figure out a combination of sensors what the heck to do.
Right. I like the old CVT drives on scooters where you're pegged, which is what for a lead foot driver. Ooh, this car does encourage lead foot drivers.
It does.
Who would like to Crown Vic?
Not a cop.
Not a cop. Not a cop.
That's been sitting there for 6 months. I don't even think it's been moved.
You ever meet those type of people who their foot is either all the way on the gas or all the way on the brake?
That's my dad.
Really?
He has a 2012 Hyundai Genesis.
Right, because I could just go I'm on the floor. Foot's on the floor right now. Yep. But at the same time, you have the regen braking. So if I go down like this.
Yeah, and like you just go like it goes, and then you step on the brake, it just goes.
Oh yeah, on extra braking mode.
Yeah, and then if you go over and down, it's back in over and down gets you back into regular drive mode.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it in extra brake mode,
and it's the far right, and you're turning right.
Okay.
They don't do a very good job of explaining signs here.
This would be good for city driving. This extra brake mode.
Great for city driving, especially if you go into any small borough in the great state of Pennsylvania,
where it's just brake, gas, brake, gas, brake, gas.
Yes. Phoenixville and Westchester are both like that. If you've ever been there. Have you ever been there?
Westchester is one gigantic left turn cross traffic.
Yep.
And then you got Westchester University is nice. There's a little bit of we're not Chester.
Yes, and
we're Westchester.
Yeah, Chester is literally not even in Chester County, and really
Westchester. Our sidewalks are brick.
Also, that
our economy used to be built on Bam Margera.
It still kind of is.
Oh, all the skateboarders.
Oh my God! Literally, you go there and you
again.
It handles nice. It handles nice for what it is.
Yeah.
It's a really
descending radius. I was expecting this thing to do a little front end push right there.
Yeah, the Honda would be like, because this thing actually does have traction control. Which it will. You know, the traction control in this thing is so smooth. It has a little light that looks like a car. You know, a little sign that says roads are slippery. It looks like that whenever it detects wheel slip. Or sometimes, like right now, you're just coasting, engine's off.
Extra brake. Ooh, you do feel that.
Yeah, see that's in case like some idiot in their Audi cuts in front of you and slams on their brakes.
But that's extra regen braking we're in now, right?
Extra regen braking.
So we're in town. I'm going to keep it in this and see how much I can not use the brakes using that.
You won't be able to stop it under. You won't be able to like noticeably slow down just by that.
By
like,
lifting off.
Just by
Oh yeah.
But with the B thing, but like if you just lift off like without anyone in front of you, just so you can like not. So that way you can not.
I
completely
feel
rely
it.
on that. Yeah, you'll feel that.
Like
it's
coming to a
very
stop
rubber
here. No
bandy.
brakes.
Yeah.
No brakes. Still no brakes.
Yeah.
Still no brakes.
This took forever to get used to because I would
Here's the
slam on the
brakes.
brakes and I would end up like about 10 feet back from the stop sign and. Yep.
Okay. Cool kids. Cool kids.
Yes.
Walking. They got some outliers, some betas and deltas.
Yes.
You got the alphas in the middle of the crowd of the cool kids. You got the betas on the outside, and then you got the one delta that's just sort of hovering around, hoping to elbow his way into the conversation.
The batteries
is right here just fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. All right, now to turn it off, I put it in.
Nope. There's the button.
I just leave it in the middle.
You don't even have to do anything. You just touch the button.
Okay.
And then, you just touch the button.
And you like the parking brake on top of it.
Yeah, because I just...
Yeah, it's a manual transmission thing.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool.
So, okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
For